So today we're talking about, should you buy real estate now or should you wait? And just to kind of preface this, so it is the summer of 2021. It is an extreme seller's market. I think everybody around the country knows that right now. It is an extreme seller's market. The memes, the gifts, I mean, it is funny right now seeing what buyers are having to go through to try to get a home, right? So the buyers that I'm constantly kind of receiving phone calls from, their main question, their main concern is, should I buy right now or should I wait? Should I wait for the housing market to crash or the bubble or what have you? I'm going to fast forward a little bit on that and just let you know that we don't think that this is a bubble because it is so completely different than 2007, 2008. That market was based off of buyers that truly couldn't afford their loans. They were getting loans and they were being handed mortgages that they could not afford. So we had this inflated, hence the bubble, we had this inflated housing market all based on thin air, buyers that couldn't actually afford their homes. Whereas this market in 2021 is based off of a ton of cash, qualified, solid buyers. Lots and lots and lots of cash holding up this market. And so that's why we don't think we're gonna see any kind of market crash. The amount of money that I'm looking at every single day in my email, whether it be in pre-qual and proof of funds, so proof of funds being usually somebody's bank statement. I'm looking at people's bank statements. I'm able to see how much money they have and how qualified they are as buyers on a daily basis. And it's an absurd amount of money. Buyers being very concerned that this is the top of the market. I'm going to pay top dollar for a house. I'm waiting for the market to crash. First of all, we don't think the market is going to crash. There's nothing saying that it's going to crash. We're basing this entire market off of a lot of cash and very, very qualified buyers. So the only thing that you're doing by waiting is hurting yourself. That's the only thing you're doing. The only thing you're doing is kicking the can down the road. How is that going to affect you? So let's talk about a couple things. Interest rates. So let's talk about interest rates. And this being one of the big reasons why we have a supply and demand issue, why we have so many buyers coming to the forefront that want to buy potentially even their very first home, even though it's a seller's market. And it's all coming back to interest rates. I am almost 40 years old. I know that's crazy to say. I am almost 40 years old. When my parents were buying their first home, and this is fact, people were buying with an interest rate in the teens, 13%, 14%, 15%, okay? Right now, a VA buyer's interest rate that I saw as of yesterday was 2.75%. 2.75%. People are in a boat where they could potentially purchase a house for almost, if you want to think of it this way, almost free money. They're not paying these extraordinarily high interest rates, 2.75%. Well, let's talk about a conventional buyer with good credit and a good DTI, 3.25%. I mean, these are absurd interest rates, and this is, I would say, one of the number one reasons why buyers are flocking to purchase right now. So if you don't buy now, what are you doing? You are kicking the can down the road to potentially much higher interest rates. Much higher interest rates are going to up your mortgage, right? So if you wanted to stay at a $2,000 a month mortgage, now you're going to be sitting at a $2,500 a month mortgage for the same size house that you would have purchased last year. And that's exactly how that affects you, the buyer or the consumer. As interest rates go up, you're going to start to get less and less house for your money. So interest rates being one of the biggest reasons why you should be looking to buy right now. Now let's talk about equity growth. It's very hard to always see. I always see real estate is kind of like, and as a consumer myself, it's very easy to look through a soda straw all the time at the market. So I'm just looking at the market right now. If you look at real estate over the course of even my life, if I stand back and look at it, real estate sometimes has a way of doing this. Even through the dips, it kind of goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, but over time, it goes up. Think about all the people along the California coast that bought oceanfront property even 70 years ago. They were buying oceanfront property for what? I mean, $50,000, $100,000, and now they could be sitting on multi-million-dollar properties, right? But at the time, that may have been a lot of money. I think the same concept holds true to today. Right now, you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and you may be thinking, gosh, $350,000, $365,000 for a 3-bed, 2-bath home? Are you kidding me? That's outrageous. what are you gonna think next year when you look at the exact same house and it's listed for $390? Don't look at real estate through this tiny little soda straw. And it's really hard not to do, but you've got to give it kind of that big picture thought. One, when you purchase real estate, yes, we all want to make a financially savvy decision, but you're also purchasing a home and a place to live, which you have to find anyways. You could either rent somewhere and hand somebody else your money, or you can invest in yourself and purchase a home and be living in a place that you own. So stop looking at the perfect time to buy. When's the perfect time to buy? And I know this sounds a little salesman-y and I hate this, but just buy. Like, that is literally case in point. Just buy. Get yourself in the door. Get your foot in the door into real estate, because over time, it is gonna build equity. If you don't purchase right now, while the interest rates are low and you have so many things benefiting you, you may get into the position where you actually get outpriced. So if you're qualified for a $350,000 loan and you're not wanting to spend that right now because I think I should be getting more than a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with $350,000, if you sit there with that mentality long enough, you will be outpriced. You will lose the market. If you even sit as long as 6 months, you may be outpriced. So you really have to be reacting now. And because there is so much cash, it is harder. It's harder now more than ever for buyers. So it is harder. You may need more time. It's not like it was even a year ago where I could be putting in an offer for a buyer and they have pretty good odds of getting it. That it's not happening that fast right now. So we may need more time. It just may take us more time to get you into a home. So stop thinking about that perfect time to buy or looking at the market through a soda straw, and just think, now is the time to buy. I need to buy. I need to get my foot in the door, and I need to capitalize on these super low interest rates. So case in point, I'm actually personally purchasing a property myself. It's a condo that I sold to a buyer a few years ago for a whole lot less money than I'm purchasing it now. A lot of people will be super intimidated or thinking, why am I buying this property at this when I saw it sell for this? It doesn't matter. As long as the numbers make sense, they make sense. And in this case, they do for me. I'm hitting super low interest rates. It's rentable. I'm gonna have equity growth. I know over time I'm gonna have equity growth. So yeah, I'm still gonna buy in this market. I'll say it again. In any market, you always have opportunity. You just have to look at it differently. So stop using that soda straw effect to look at a market. Look at the big picture. Over time, your home and a home that you buy is going to grow in equity. It will. Just wait it out. I bought a house in 2007 and waited it out for 10 years and still made $50,000 when I sold it because I just gave it time. Besides that, you've got these super historically low interest rates that you can capitalize on right now. And then I would say the last little bit that you should think about is rentability. So if you're going to be living in the home, that's one thing, and that is wonderful to get yourself into a home for the first time, to watch your home grow in equity, to capitalize on low interest rates. But at the end of the day, if you don't think you're going to be in place for more than a couple years, is that house rentable? And now more than ever, the whole economic issue with the supply and demand, it crosses over to the rental market as well. Renters are having a really hard time finding homes to rent. So if you are a homeowner in general, you've got a foot up. You've got a foot up in so many different ways. Low interest rates, you own a home that you get to personally live in and enjoy. It will grow in equity over time. That's fact. Just give it time. And if you move up or move on or do something else, is it rentable? And I would say more often than not right now, it is rentable because renters still need a place to live as well. So is it a time to buy in the year 2021? Yes, it's a phenomenal time to buy. It may not be easy, and that's why you need a really good professional on your side, but it's always a good time to invest in real estate, more so now than ever because of those low interest rates. So if you like this video, if you've learned anything in this video, if I've encouraged you or helped you kind of get the strength that you needed to maybe go out there and make that first buy, please be sure that you're subscribing to my channel, you're doing the like and the comment and all the things. If you have any questions, definitely comment back to me. I love interacting with you guys, so keep it coming, and thanks for watching.